Hello, everybody. Welcome. Can I give one more minute for anyone who is coming today to practice? I hope you're well. Um, Here, I don't know, like maybe it's a little bit of an exaggeration from me, but I'm really, really, really cold today. And I think one of my friends mentioned it was snowing earlier. So, winter season has begun, I guess. All right. Um, we are just going to start. Going to start in a seated position. I see that there is one still connecting audio here, but anyway, hopefully it gets better soon. Okay, we're going to start in a seated position. As always, let your spine be tall. Let your sit bones press on your prop or on your mat. Take a moment maybe to roll your shoulders back and down. Press your hands on your thighs. Maybe close your eyes. Begin to connect to your practice, to your mat, to your breath. Actively recognizing yourself in the present moment. Maybe if you feel comfortable, bring your hands at the center of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment here to connect with your intention or your dedication. Take a big breath in here and the full breath out. If you feel comfortable oming, please join me with the sound of Om. Take a big breath in. Sahana bhavatu, sahana punatu, sahaviryam karvavahai, tamastu, avipishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Releasing your hands. And just rotate your shoulders back as you bring your hands towards the sky. On the exhale, release both hands towards the sky. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhale to reach up and fill up the lungs. On the exhale, release hands by yourself. One more round. Deep inhale, reaching up this time. Maybe interlace your fingers at the top and move the palms away from you. Maybe you tuck the chin in here. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, release hands by your side. One more time. Deep inhale to reach up, interlacing at the top, moving those hands away from you. Take a nice big breath in, tuck your chin. On the exhale, start leaning towards your right hand side. Just notice in here how much of your left sit bone moves from the ground. Can you root it back down one more time while you open your ribcage? Take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, come back to center and just start leaning towards the second side. Again, allowing that ribcage to open. Maybe if the neck allows, turning your gaze towards the sky. Take one more breath, pushing down through your tailbone. Long exhale. Your next inhale, so coming back to center, release your hands by your side. Hold your knees with your hands. Rotate your shoulders back, big inhale. On the exhale, round the spine, chin towards the chest. Deep breath in to open your chest. Exhale, round the spine. Deep breath in as you open, squeeze those shoulder blades together. On the exhale, round the spine, touch the chin. On the next breath in, look it up. On the exhale, round the spine, tailbone comes in. As you start coming back to center, begin to walk your hands towards your right hand side. The left hand comes on top of your right side. Take a big breath in, keep the chest nice and open. Long exhale. On your next inhale, so coming back to center and go all the way towards the second side. Big breath in. Long breath out. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, we start coming back to center. Press those hands on the floor. Transition from here into your tabletop. Pressing those hands on the ground, touching the tailbone in here. As you tuck your toes and just cover your knees from the floor. Take a big breath in, extend your right leg behind you, toes curl under. On the exhale, come back to center. The knees are still hovering. Take a big breath in to extend the left leg. On the exhale, come back to center. Inhale, extend right. Exhale, center. Inhale, extend left. Exhale, back to center. Deep breath in, extend right. Exhale, center. Inhale, extend left. Exhale, back to center. Press into those hands. Keep on hovering the knees. On the exhale, release. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Just take a moment here. Pressing those hands on the ground. Spreading those fingers wide. Drishti towards the navel. Your gaze towards your navel. Take one more breath in here. Full exhale. On your next inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, walk all the way to the top of the mat. Find a long spine, inhale, exhale to fold. Root down through your feet, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands by your side. Let's warm up the ankles, deep breath in. To reach your hands towards the sky, come to the tiptoes, raise your heels, maybe interlace your fingers. On the exhale, heels come down, bend your knees, hands in front of you. Take a big breath in, rise up, back again, come to the tiptoes. On the exhale, release, heels down, hands by your side. One more time, deep breath in to rise up, come to the tiptoes. On the exhale, heels down, bend your knees to low. Deep breath in to reach up. Exhale, release, hands by your side. One more round, deep breath in to reach. On the exhale, bend your knees to low, a little bit lower this time. Take one more breath, inhale. On the exhale, release, hands by your side. Deep breath in to reach. On the exhale, fold forward over the length. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale to just fold. Lengthen your spine one more time. Inhale. Open your feet hip distance apart in this one. Press your fingertips on the mat. Begin to walk your hands towards your right hand side. Just allowing your side body to offer another stretch. On sending those, keep those hips stable in here. Take one more breath. Long exhale. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to center, and on the exhale, we move those hands towards the second side. Big breath in, long breath out. On your next inhale, so coming back to center, lengthen the spine, hands to shins, maybe to your hips, micro bend the knees, come all the way up back to standing, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar, a big breath in to reach. Exhale, fold forward over the leg. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Plant those hands, step back to your plank. With knees or toes lower all the way down. Find 3 back bends. Inhale, cobra pose, open the chest. On the exhale, lower back down. Deep breath in to press back up. Exhale. exhale to lower back down. Press those hands on the ground, open the chest and stay. The shoelaces are pressing on the ground. The elbows are rolling back. Take one more big breath in, chest is nice and open. On the exhale, release all the way to the ground. Tuck your toes under. Press those hands on the ground. Transition from here into your tabletop. On your next inhale, reach your right leg behind you. On the exhale, round the spine, bring the knee towards the nose. Deep breath in to reach back up. Exhale, knee towards your right elbow. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, a little bit of a twist. Knee towards the left elbow. Deep breath in to lengthen. On the exhale, plant that foot in between the hands, setting up for low lunge position. Your fingertips remain on the floor. Take one more breath. Long exhale. Last inhale. Full breath out. Hands can raise to your side. Keep your hips going low. Take one more deep breath in. Maybe you rise towards the sky. On the exhale, twist towards your right hand side. Either your hands move away from you to your side. Maybe you drop that left hand on the floor and the other hand comes to your lower back. Take one more deep breath in. On the exhale, frame that foot with both hands. Extend that front leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split posture. Deep breath in. Long exhale. One more, just like that. Deep inhale. On the exhale, start coming back to center. Press those hands on the ground. Step back to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Raise your hips up and back. Coming to downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Connect again with your breath. Pressing those hands on the ground, begin to walk your hands towards your feet. Find some length in your spine. Inhale. On the exhale, fold forward over the legs. Root down through your feet. Come all the way up. Samasthiti, hands by your side, feet together. A little bit of balance in here. We're standing at the back of the mat. And come with our hands to our hips for Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Utthita, extended hasta hand, pada, foot angusta, big toe, and asana, posture. Okay, so we're gonna start bringing our foot, rooting down through our right foot while we pick up the left foot up. Okay, the option is there for you to bring your hands to hold your knee. If you have a little bit more practice in here and you have a little bit more space, maybe you bring your peace fingers to hold your big toe and maybe begin to extend that floating leg. It doesn't really matter if the leg doesn't extend or if it extends at all. Take a deep breath in here, rise up your chest. On the exhale, begin to open your foot or your leg towards the right hand side. This can look like this as well. Keep your chest nice and open. If your balance is really good, maybe you turn the gaze towards the opposite side. Take a big breath in, keep your hand on your hip. Long exhale, elbow pointing back. Take one more breath. On the exhale, come back to center. Hands to both hips, extend your legs, point your foot, point your toes. Take one more deep breath in and here, use those hip flexors. Long exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, drop that foot in front of you. More or less, it's 3 feet apart. Hold your hips, roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, come and fold towards the extended leg. Take a big inhale. Full breath out. Keep the fold halfway in here. Hands can stay on your hips. Hands can come to heart center. Hands can come all the way overhead facing each other. Take a big inhale in here. Begin to lean forward while the back heel comes off the ground. You can stay in here or you can float that back leg off the ground, coming into warrior three position. Take a big inhale. Long exhale. Keep your hips square. Take one more breath. On the exhale, drop that foot beside the other. Bend your knees. Sit your hips low. Utkatasana, chair pose, hands to the center of the chest. Take a big inhale. Long exhale. Find your twist towards your right hand side, bringing your opposite elbow to your side or your hand to your side and the other hand to the lower back. Keep your chest nice and open. Take another breath. Long exhale. On your next inhale, start coming back to center. On the exhale, release hands by your side. Shake that out. Let's do that on the second side, shall we? All right. We bring the weight into the left foot this time while we pick up the right. Either we hold the knee or we hold the toe, the other hand in front of your hip with the elbow pointing back. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, begin to open your knee or your leg towards the second side. Take a breath. Long breath out. One more inhale. Maybe your gaze follows the other side. Long exhale. As you start coming back to center, grab both hips with both hands. Extend that leg and point the toes. Take a big breath in here. Reach it up. Long exhale. Strong legs. Take one more breath. On the exhale, drop that foot in front of you, setting up for Parsvottanasana, second side, pyramid pose. Rolling your shoulders back, take a big breath in, open the chest. On the exhale, lower just halfway in here. And again, hands can stay on your hips with the elbows pointing back. Your hands can come to the heart center or reach forward, parallel to the mat. Take another breath in here. Maybe the back heel starts coming off the ground as you start finding balance on that front leg and start coming into warrior three position. Maybe you find a different arm variation in this one. Take another breath. Keep your hips square. Long exhale. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, drop that foot beside the other. Bend your knees. Sit low. Utkatasana, chair pose. Rook. We're squeezing those legs together, hands to the center of the chest. Take one more breath in here. On the exhale, twist towards your left hand side. Take a breath, open the chest, long breath out. One more, sit a little bit lower. On the exhale, this time release, hands to the ground. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale to fold forward over the leg. Time open your feet a distance apart or a little bit wider with your toes pointing out. Sit your hips low, finding Malasana. Yogi squat. Bring your hands to the center of the chest. Keep your elbows apart. Take a big inhale. Full breath out. One more, just like that. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Option is there for you to stay here. Option is there to come into crow pose as we've done a couple of times before. If you got that practice, go for it. If not, just stay here at the center of the chest. If you're going to fly, remember to spread those fingers wide, to bring those knees into the upper arms and start leaning forward. Your gaze is forward and up. Take another breath. Maybe you just lean into your hands. Maybe you even fly. On the exhale, touch back down, coming back to Malasana. Take one more breath in here. On the exhale, plant those hands on the ground, raise those hips towards the sky, forward fold. Catch your opposite elbows in here and begin to hand your torso in here. We're gonna take a breath. Long breath out. One more big breath in. Full exhale. Lengthen your spine. Begin to close your feet back again. On the exhale, release your hands and fold. Hands to your hips, micro bend the knees, coming all the way back to standing. Thumbs to the heel, back at the top of the mat. Surya Namaskar, bend your knees, sit low. Utkatasana, reach your hands towards the sky. On the exhale, fold forward over the legs. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Plant those hands, step back to your plank. With knees or toes, lower down. Find your back bend, inhale. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step the right foot in between the hands, back heel pivots down. Virabhadrasana A, reaching your hands towards the sky. Take a breath. Long exhale. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, plant those hands on the ground, step back to your plank. With knees or toes, lower down. Find your back bend, inhale. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the hands, back heel pivots down. Virabhadrasana A, reaching your hands towards the sky. Strong warrior, keep on lunging through that front leg. Take one more breath. Long breath out. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, plant those hands on the ground, step back to your plank. Find your flow or your way into downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Full breath out. On your next inhale, come forward to your plank, lower your knees down to the floor into your tabletop. Pressing those hands on the ground, begin to extend your left leg behind you. On the exhale, round the spine, bring the knee towards the nose. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, knee towards your left elbow. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale to your right elbow, little bit of a twist. Take a deep breath in to extend. On the exhale, plant that foot in between the hands, setting up for low lunge position. Your fingertips are on the mat. Your hips are going low. Take one more breath. Long exhale. One more inhale. Inhale, maybe you rise with your hands on your thighs. Take a big breath in. Full exhale. Maybe you extend your arms towards the sky. Maybe you twist towards your left hand side. Maybe you open those arms. Or maybe you drop that right hand on the floor as the other one reaches. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, straighten that foot and extend your front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split posture. Keep your spine nice and long. Take another breath. Long exhale. And your next inhale, begin to bend your knee back again, pressing to those hands to step back to your tabletop. Drop the belly to open the chest, coming into your cow pose. On the exhale, round the spine, push the ground away from you. Take a big breath in to open the chest. On the exhale, round your spine. Last one, big inhale to open up. Exhale to round, tug the tailbone. Start coming back to neutral position. Press those hands on the ground. Tuck your toes under. Stand your hips up and back. Coming to downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Full breath out. One more, just like that. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, walk step or hop to your seat. Extend your legs. Just keeping your legs extended, sitting in Dandasana, pressing our hands on the ground. We're going to invite the right knee into the chest. So we're going to step that foot on the mat, more or less 2 feet apart from your thigh. Your knee is pointing up, your thigh is glued to your torso. Okay, in here we can start Martyasana. You're gonna notice that your sit bone is kind of floating from the ground. It's not actually pressing onto the ground. And that's all right because we want the foot to step on the mat, as if you were like actually standing on that foot. Okay, so we can start in here, just wrapping your legs with your arms, sitting nice and tall. This is already a lot for that hip. The option is there for you to maybe bring your right arm on the inside of your inner thigh. And this is a great place to start as well. Maybe you stay upright, maybe you start leaning forward towards the extended leg. And in here, you can place your fingertips on the ground, you can bring those hands to hold any part of your leg, as long as the other foot is pressing on the mat and your knee is kind of like hugging your shoulder at this point, or your torso, your upper arm. Take a big breath in here. Full exhale. On your next inhale, begin to rise one more time. On the exhale, we're going to twist towards your right hand side. That means your left arm is going to wrap your knee, and the other hand is going to move back. Just for support. The other foot is nice and active. It is not on vacation. Take one more breath. Long exhale. If you have a little bit more space, of course, you can cross your elbow in here. Keeping your hand nice and open, the palm, the other palm is pressing on the ground, Abhaya Mudra. Take another breath in here. Full exhale, we want that torso to really rotate. And at some point, we want the entire chest to go through it. Take one more big breath in. On the exhale, we start coming back to center, release from the twist, release your leg. Paschimottanasana, take a big breath in to rise. On the exhale, fold forward over the leg. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale to just fold. Just try to keep your spine nice and long. Your chest moving forward with your shoulders rotating back. Take another big inhale. Full exhale. One more, just like that. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Invite your left foot towards the mat, to press on the mat with your knee towards your chest. You can again begin by hugging your leg in here, trying to sit nice and tall. Of course, if you have a little bit more space in here, you can bring your arm on the inside of your thigh. If you have a little bit more space, maybe you walk those hands forward by, keep on pressing that left foot on the mat in front of you. Take another breath. Long exhale. One more, just like that. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, we're coming back to center, sitting tall. On the exhale, we're gonna twist towards our second side. Again, maybe we wrap the leg with our arm. The other hand comes back. The other foot is nice and active. With that rotation on the leg, take a deep breath in. Full exhale, the chest is nice and open. Take another breath. Maybe if you have a little bit more space, again, you cross your elbow and open your hand. These are just maybe, just recommendations in here. Take what you need, take really what your practice needs today. Maybe you were able to do this last class, and today your body doesn't feel as open. Or maybe you were not able to do it last class and your body feels a lot more open. It depends on many, many things. Take another breath. On the exhale, we come back to center. Extend those legs, shaking that up. Begin to bring your torso back as you bend your knees. Extending your arms in front of you, palms facing towards each other. Keep your chest nice and open. You can stay here with the feet rooting on the ground and maybe kind of like pressing on the ground and or just wanting to press. You will see that it's a lot in the core muscles. Keep on leaning back. Maybe you stay, maybe you hold your legs, and maybe you lean back a little bit more until your legs are parallel to the mat. Keep your feet active. Maybe you release your legs and extend your arms. Take another big breath in. Full exhale. One more just like that. Deep inhale. On the exhale, cross those ankles. Squeeze those knees into the chest. Give them a little love. This time, back again. Extend your legs. Hold Navasana in any position you'd like. Feet on the floor. Holding the legs, extending your arms, take a big inhale. If you're in Navasana, maybe you go to Ardha Navasana by extending your legs and extending your torso, just hovering, deep inhale, coming back to center. On the exhale, hovering, deep breath in, back to center. Exhale to hover, inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower down, deep breath in, press it up. Exhale, move it down. Last one, deep inhale, press back up. On the exhale, lower and stay. Take a big breath in. Squeeze those eyes, squeeze those fingers. Take another breath. On the exhale, release all the way to the ground. Just take a moment here to connect again with your breath, with your spine, how it feels on the floor. Maybe you bend your knee and let your knee fall side to side. Just offering your spine a nice release in here. Just a couple of windshield wipers. Begin to bring those feet back down on the floor to press on the mat. A little bit of a counter posture before we go. Setu Bandhasana, bridge posture. This is going to extend our front part of the body, giving it a little bit of length. Pressing to those hands, pressing to those feet that are underneath your knee, and begin to raise your head towards the sky. Take a big inhale. Maybe you rotate your shoulders back and down as you press your heels a little bit more on the ground. Take one more breath. Long exhale. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, release all the way to the ground. Second variation of bridge. Again, we press into those hands. We lift the hips towards the sky. Don't squeeze your glutes in here. They are nice and relaxed. They're still active, but soft. Your thighs are the ones on fire. In here, either you take your fingertips to interlace behind you as you bring your hips a little bit more up, or maybe you take robot arms by pressing your elbows on the ground. Your hips should be more or less at the same height of your hands. Take one more breath. On the exhale, start releasing your hips back down to the floor. Option 3 for Setu if you have a block or something that can work as a block, like a very thick book, you can use that to support your hips for a little bit of a variation of bridge pose in a restorative version. If you don't have any of that, a cushion can work as well. But if you want to take the active variation, you're more than welcome to take either robot arms, interlacing hands behind you, or just pressing those hands on the ground. For restorative variation, slide that block underneath your hips in the height that you choose, and let your hips just rest on your block. Taking the variation that you need today, maybe you need to stay down for this one as well. That's really valid as well. If you are with your hips supported, the option is there for you to extend those legs to the top of the mat, sending your toes towards the side as you bring your heels together like chaplain feet. You can keep the back bending here, or maybe increase the sensation a little bit more by sending those arms overhead with your palms facing up. Let's take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Whenever you're ready, begin to bend your knees back again. Release your hands by your side. If you are still in your passive variation, releasing your block by raising your hips and removing that block. Extending your arms by your sides and letting again your knees to fold side to side. Just finding some windshield wipers, the variation of your supine twist of your choice. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Yes, you start coming back to center. Release your legs, get them nice and long. Release your arms by your side, allowing your body to fully trust the mat, allowing your breath to be soft, maybe closing your eyes, trusting that this is a safe space to let your body completely relax. व्याप्तयेन चराचरं तदपदं दर्शितं ये तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः आकन्दमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तयेन चराचरं तदपदं दर्शितं ये तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ If you're feeling happy in your Shavasana, you are welcome to stay as long as you need. If you're ready, invite a little bit of movement back into your body. Just allow that to be very gentle. Maybe finding a couple of breaths before you move. Maybe turning your head gently side to side. Your fingers can move your toes. Take your time to get back into your fetal position on the side of your choice. Just allowing yourself to connect back again to your mat, to the ground. Pressing your hands on the ground as you come back to your feet. With your hands at the center of the chest. Just taking a moment here to connect with your intention. The reason why you showed up today to your mat. Take a moment to take a big inhale and a full breath out, empty the lungs. Rub your palms together and cover your eyes. Rub your palms one more time to cover that part of the body that needs it the most right now. Thank you so much for your practice. As always, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you again. Thank you, Caitlin. Have a good one.